My bad.
No, you good. You good.
Okay. Welcome to Tap In with T-Viz and Miss Dean, man. This is Route 8 Podcast, and we here with that Saint Lunatic, Murphy Lee. Oh, man.
Up, man. Up, man. Appreciate it.
Don't say it. We're going to give him the legendary status. He got it. He got it. He got it. He legend. He did it. He did it. Oh, man. I mean, I don't know what you doing on Route 8, all these. I know the Grammys and everything going on, but look, when you on Route 8 now, man, how you doing, man? How you doing?
I'm good, man. Appreciate y'all energy, man. Ain't nothing happening, just working.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot going on. We know about you. We up on
know about you.
You always trying to be humble.
Always trying to be humble.
You need to go from Murphy Lee to Humble Lee, because you always trying to be humble. You got a lot of shit going on, bro. You did a lot of shit. You contributed in so many ways to the hip hop industry.
And you still popping. You still popping. The second time around. You still popping.
Let's talk about it. Let's hop into the first thing. So we know you deep into the music. You've done things. I mean, you was with the Saint Lunatics. You was that's a 5-member group, working with Nelly, working with mega stars, working with Jermaine Dupri. Who else was there? P. Diddy. Working with all these stars. I mean, let's start from the beginning. What really inspired you to do rap?
Man, my height. I knew I knew I couldn't dunk a ball. You know what I'm saying? I knew that, it was gonna be rough on that baseball field. You know what I'm saying? We can't do too much when coming from where we come from. So, if we don't want no regular job, you got to figure it out. So I think music was early in my game, like maybe like 8th, 9th grade. You know what I'm saying? When we first formed the Saint Lunatics. So I got it kind of early, man. So I kind of knew what I wanted to do with a career. Like I watched, like even my son, he's 17 and he still don't know what he want to do. Like it's kind of hard when you're in high school. Like you don't even know what you want to go to college for. You don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? So me knowing at like 8th and 9th grade, like I'm already want to do this. That I see
that's crazy.
That already we gonna make this, we can make it. You know what I'm saying? It was a couple times like I snuck in on the Mr. Servo interview and I seen like I just thought about like one of our first shows was like opening up for Master P and them when they St. Louis. So it was just like that was one of the days and I knew we could do it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh, we can make it on the big stage, you know what I'm saying?
Funny story.
It is funny.
This is a funny story that you say that because you may not even remember, but we met you in St. Louis on the No Limit tour.
We dapped you up.
Took a picture with you and everything. I mean,
you were so cool.
You were so cool, just
cool,
like you know,
acting like you ain't got a whole Grammy under your belt, just trying to blend in the best you can.
And it was funny because as soon as I see you, I said, "Hey, that's Murphy Lee. What the hook gonna be?" But you was cool, man. You took the picture of everything.
For the No Limit John, that was hard. I signed that day, man. I had a good time that day.
We've been blessed enough to be able to share the stage with some of the No Limit artists as well. So as it progressed, my husband, he's been able to do shows with No Limit. So shouts out to the No Limit reunion show and everything they got going on. So let's talk about the Saint Lunatics. Let's talk about this. Did you want to be a solo artist or did you want to be solo or did you want to do the group thing?
I never wanted to be a solo artist. I don't want to be a solo artist to this day. I never had no plans. I don't think none of us had no plans on that. You know what I'm saying? I think it was just high boiled out. You know what I'm saying? Like, movies and stuff coming soon, most likely. And it was so hard to get on back in the day, you know what I'm saying? Or just to get heard. Because it wasn't necessarily about getting on, it was about getting heard. Like nobody wanted to hear that, you know what I mean? Yeah. So it was rough, and we just did a lot of songs. And to me personally, I think the first people that we signed with took a big interest in Nelly. And and he started just shooting for that. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think it was a fact that nobody was signed the group or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Now that I get older and looking back at stuff, I'm thinking like, no, I was just more so that he definitely took a big interest in Nelly. You know what I'm saying? And he pushed it. And that's how he felt like the group could follow that. And that's how it went. Because that's how everybody came out. He was manager of Biggie, he was manager of Mace, and that's how they came out. It was Biggie, then everybody behind him. And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you had Mace, and then you had Harlem World behind him. It was just, he felt like it could be Nelly and then it could be Lunatics. So it came out like that. But at the same time, I think none of us really wanted to be solo artists. You know, we had this group thing on lock.
What was it like working with Nelly?
And the same Lunatics, all of them.
And my brothers, man, the same, the same way we was just in the hood hooping against somebody. It was just team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like everybody played their role, so it was super dope. Good people, man. All our people is just good people, man. We
Is
dope.
You the youngest in the group?
Yeah, I'm the youngest, man.
You're the youngest in the group. So with success that early, I mean, cause we're not gonna sugarcoat it. You know, when y'all took off, y'all didn't just like take off.
Yeah, y'all
you know what I'm saying? Y'all took off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, they did.
Yeah, like like I think that first one was probably like, what's that, like the third most selling record in hip hop history or something like that. Definitely a diamond record. So you know what I mean? It's like you're a part of this camp. So this is not just regular success. This like MC Hammer success. This is a different level of success. You get what I mean? So like being so young, I mean, you had to have every girl in the world want to be with you, everything going on. How did you handle success at that level, that magnitude?
I learned that it wasn't no difference between being popular in high school. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt like it was just that on another level, because we had like a #1 song in St. Louis like when I was like in sophomore, junior. You know what I'm saying? So I used to leave my school to go perform at other schools, and we used to get chased out of schools and all that. So kind of got the fame kind of early, you know what I'm saying? And like never had a problem with the girls, never had a problem with none of that type of stuff. So I was early. My sex was early. You know, and so nothing was new to me. You know what I mean? So like I watched a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, a lot of unattractive rappers walk around when they get the money. When they get the money, you know what I'm saying? They eking for some girlies somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like us, it was natural just to pull something. You know what I'm saying? It was just natural to be in that manner. Like boom, boom, boom.
I'm gonna ask you another question. With the impact y'all had on the industry, the type of record sales y'all had, but y'all coming from the Midwest. You get what I'm saying? And to me, this is my personal opinion. I'm not saying this is fact. But I don't feel like Midwest rappers get celebrated the same as East Coast or West Coast. I mean, do you feel the same way, or do you feel like, man, we sold so many records, we was good, I don't know about anybody else?
Nah, it was the fact that we don't live in New York, LA, or Atlanta.
Yeah.
And you don't have the media outlets to let people know exactly everything, every move that you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Midwest, you got it. It's gonna be hard to tap into you. You know what I'm saying? That's unless you just stay yourself on the West. You all in TMZ, you all, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And in New York, so you with all the fame stuff. You know what I'm saying? We stayed in St. Louis our whole career. So it was just like
we
didn't get that extra, that that what they call the music business. You
know? Yeah. Do you feel like y'all should have moved around more? Do you feel like that kind of hindered y'all success, not moving around?
No, because we still it was like Giannis staying in Milwaukee. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no difference. It was like, just blow up your city, you'll be all right.
Yeah,
like, I ain't look at it like that. Maybe if we'd have did that, we'd have did something stupid, or something would have went different. You know what I mean? Because we crazy. Something could have happened. You know what I mean? Like being in them other places and not being able to handle your business like you need to if you're at home. So I think we did great. I think we did great to be from a small town like we are, and still not, go to them big places and just be lost in the land. Cause I don't like that stuff anyway. I'm not a big music business type of guy. You know what I mean? Like I don't like Hollywood stuff anyway. So it kind of worked out for us.
So how was that like for you? I mean, saying that you don't like Hollywood. I mean, your path to success leads you right to Hollywood. Like, how did you deal with that? Because I mean, at your magnitude,